OpenAI has turned ChatGPT into a shopping platform. They have launched a new feature called Instant Checkout, which lets people buy products directly inside conversations. OpenAI says, quote, every day millions of people use ChatGPT to figure out what to buy. Now with Instant Checkout, they can buy directly from you inside those conversations. So here's how this works according to OpenAI. So say you describe what you're looking for in the course of a chat, like, hey, I want a durable carry-on bag under $300. ChatGPT will recommend the most relevant products across the web, kind of like it normally does. But then if you have instant checkout enabled, users can buy the product without leaving ChatGPT. You can pay instantly with a credit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Stripe. Merchants remain the seller of record here. They keep control of the payments, fulfillment, and customer data. And this is all powered by OpenAI's new agentic commerce protocol. This is an open standard built with Stripe. And right now, merchants like Etsy are already live. Shopify integrations are coming next. And so we'll see very soon here how many things you can suddenly start buying right within ChatGPT without leaving the platform. Now, somewhat related to this, at the same time, it appears that OpenAI is gearing up to turn ChatGPT into an ad platform. We talked about this a little bit in past episodes, but Adweek now reports that a new job listing at OpenAI shows that the company is hiring someone to build tools that let advertisers create and manage ads inside ChatGPT. So this hire will be responsible for experimenting with native ad formats, suggesting a future where ChatGPT may serve suggestions the same way search engines show sponsored results. So, Paul, it feels like we're really recently seeing ChatGPT move very quickly towards becoming a buying and maybe ad platform. Like, is that where we're headed? Like, what does that kind of start to mean for businesses?
It's certainly been all the indications over the last year plus with the hires that they've made, the one you just highlighted that they're currently looking for. They've been putting these steps in place, and Sam has talked about becoming more of a platform and personalization being a key. We talked about it with the new Pulse feature a couple of weeks ago and how natural that's going to be to inject, purchasing decisions because you're talking about trips you're taking or fitness and health needs, and it's just like it's so natural to just inject ads in, and be all the better if I can just click one button and I can just make my purchase right from there. So, my general experience right now with ChatGPT has been that I often would trust the links less than I would if it was served to me in Google.
Mm.
And so I've personally found myself going to Google to verify sites and vendors that I find through ChatGPT. Specifically when I'm using like agent mode in ChatGPT to help conduct research for purchasing decisions, I will often like go out and then verify that it's like legitimate companies and stuff like that. Um, I think that this is an instance where there's just so many unknowns, and we're not even asking probably all the best questions yet. You think about this initial, human to commerce, but what about when it's agent to agent, and
Mm.
like my agent's just going and doing this research, and then maybe it's buying directly through ChatGPT, and how does that change things? But I think that as we look into 2026 and we can start to project some of the impact this is going to have, some of the changes in buying behavior, definitely something that marketers, brands, you really got to start thinking about how SEO is changing, how e-commerce is changing. There's some tremendous trends that are emerging that are going to dramatically affect the way you're doing business 12 months from now. We can already start to see it. So I think that a key going into your 2026 planning is make sure you're asking the right questions. Make sure you're not just building your strategies based on what you know to be true today, because there's going to be some incredible like innovation opportunities in the near future, but also like things could move fast and you could find yourself like maybe you're in a really strong competitive position today in the traditional way of doing search and commerce. And maybe that changes really, really fast and some upstarts come along and take that market share just because you weren't asking the right questions or like thinking more deeply about this. So yeah, I think these are just huge trends: commerce, personalization, ChatGPT and others as platforms to
Yeah.
business, not just like tools. It's going to change things pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think just to harp on why we promote AI literacy so much, the only way to know what questions to even start asking is to understand what's possible.
Yeah, and you got to know where the tech is going too. And again, We heard the Shoto thing every 3 to 6 months, like new models. Like this is not something you can just sit back and not worry about for a quarter. Like, oh, figure it out in January. It's like, no, I wouldn't be waiting until January. I'd try and stay up on this stuff now.